last episode. So you guys took care of the enemies that were outside of the tavern or the inn that you guys are staying inside. Uh, Destroyed the inn a little bit accidentally by causing quite a bit of fire around the area. Uh, Luckily, the girl was okay. The unknown went in and saved the girl. And yeah, you guys defeated the enemy in there and basically just went to sleep. And then Nocturne saw as, or heard rather, as the unknown had a very strange conversation with somebody that she couldn't find.
Yes. So is this the next day?
This is the morning of the next day. I'll bring up the map so everybody can see the map. So yeah, this is early in the morning on the next day. Probably those with like a more military bent will be waking up and getting up and moving around at this point in time.
Poop, poop. All right,
Oops,
wait.
my gosh. Oh well, yeah. Your Taro is probably
Second.
not quite there yet.
I was waiting to see if you were just going to eat yourself down the stairs.
I mean, you could have. What are you waiting for me to move you down the stairs?
Oh, I forgot it was double map because my screen was only small enough. I can only see the upstairs on my screen.
Oh, my poor little laptop. Maybe I do need a new computer.
As you see, the unknown is already downstairs. As he sees you all come down, he waves and says, "Good morning."
Good morning, sir. I don't like his name.
Are you saying that to him, or are you just
No,
saying
sorry, out of character. I don't like his name in character.
that? Okay.
Sorry, I'm reading a spell right now.
He kind of tilts his head at you and it's just like, just nods a little bit and turns to Nocturne and says, "Good morning."
I asked him if he actually slept last night.
I did. I slept quite well.
I just kind of stare at him. Because, somebody was keeping everybody else up all night. Fucker.
Bow chicka bow cow.
I was gonna say that sounds so weird when you say it like that.
Man, when creepers whisper to themselves, everybody's uneasy. I'm just saying.
There we go. I search around. Where's is the kitchen in the back?
Yeah, I would assume so. The kitchen's in the back with all the rubble.
I go pick through it to see if we can make some breakfast.
Here, let me. Did I already turn off? Oh, well, I completely got rid of the other page.
Are we missing a body downstairs?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Just a little girl who's probably still asleep. Unless somebody grabbed her.
And the other two people that mysteriously disappeared.
Well, one of them
We don't mention them.
had kind of already mysteriously disappeared.
True. But he's been mysteriously disappeared for at least a day.
Yeah, I only see me,
Okay,
Solus,
dynamic lighting is off. All right, good.
wondering if I had my map zoomed out too far.
Well, I don't know, you were one of the first people upstairs, so you may not have known that Vagnar went to sleep downstairs in the chairs by the fireplace.
Yeah, I don't see him.
But yeah, he is currently not here at all.
Okay. Where's Toro?
Where's what?
Toro, then.
He's not here yet.
Okay, cool. It's been a long day.
He is on his way.
In game and out.
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
Do I find breakfast stuff?
So roll me an investigation check.
Investigation. Ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Kerblam. Hell yeah.
Okay, so yeah, within the crates that are nearby that aren't broken, you find uh, what seems to be good meat, kind of cured. So it might be a little dried out, but it's still good meat, not spoiled or rotten or anything like that. So, like some steaks and bacon. You rummage through some eggs, but realize that they're all spoiled.
It's
The
good, but
only
the
thing to
eggs are
drink,
bad. Bummer.
yep, the only thing to drink really would have been the casks of beer that are behind the bar that are still unscathed, or going out to the town and actually like getting water out of the well.
I got my water skin. We're good. I'm sure everyone else has theirs if they don't. And if
Okay.
they can, they can get some water.
Okay. So you begin cooking for everybody, or just for
Yes.
yourself?
I prep for the for the people around.
Okay. Nocturne, is there any more of a conversation you want with the unknown while you're in the room alone with him?
No, I feel generally uneasy about him after last night.
Okay. So I guess at this time, Taro comes through the door.
Damn it, you got me eating. uh, sorry. So, well, who I need to know who is what's happened. I'm seeing one person I know, and that's the other person that it was is a wizard.
Well,
Wait,
you don't see
actually,
Solus.
I know
He's
I
on
don't
the
see him.
other side of a wall. You just see the unknown and Nocturne. Uh,
Um,
you
I
you
don't
would know
know what's going on.
you
Um,
you
I
would
was
know
told.
by looking at Nocturne that she's from uh, the Order of Light, which is basically like the religious sector of like what happens in the kingdom of Amalia.
Got it. I was told my company was here. I don't know any of you. Uh, I'm with at least another wizard. His name is Solus, and I am looking for the rest of my party, like Vagnar and Neurexis. Has anyone seen them?
I
Am I in the right place?
huh?
I'm in. Am I in the right place, or did I get turned around?
Solus is making himself breakfast because he got hungry, and it is too early in the morning to be concerned where everybody else is right now.
No, it's not. We're in the military. Doesn't matter. And if anyone should be up, it should be Solus. So where is he exactly making breakfast at?
He went into the back room to look for food and supplies. He kind of really hasn't said much.
Perfect.
This morning. We all just woke up.
I am on my way there.
During your conversation, you see the unknown just kind of staring at you oddly, and he just waves out a hand and says "Vindui." And if you look at the message I sent you in chat, you will understand what that means.
In which chat?
Personal Facebook.
Yeah, got it. Ah, I will.
So that's up to you on whether or not to respond in kind or to show that you know.
Um, okay.
Yeah, secret chat's going on in the background. Oh, I mean, like if you're gonna do that, like you can explain what's happening so that way, like anybody watching also knows what's going on.
Ah,
At
so
least Nocturne has
basically,
been appraised a little bit of this situation. Solus might be in the dark, but he probably knows.
I go to approach Solus, but I want to use sending to try to contact the unknown because this guy, I may not know him. There's something familiar about that.
Wait, you're using sending on who?
The unknown.
No.
And so, what are you saying to the unknown?
Do I say this to you or do I say it to the chat, to like the stream?
Well, like I said, if you just text it to me, absolutely nobody's gonna know what's going on. Even like viewers and everything like that. So it's better to just say it. Like I said, Nocturne actually already knows. Solus, I haven't told yet, but probably already figures it.
Got it.
So yeah.
Okay, so me using sending, I acknowledge him without looking at him because I'm in a hurry, and ask him if he's in the know and what his purpose is.
Thank you for the follow or subscription rather. Fangy, thank you.
Hey.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
So
Yeah.
the unknown is gonna respond to you and sending, saying, "I thought you were who I thought that was."
Sorry. In character and outside of character, I am eating beef that I brought with me. Therefore, keep it real, you know. And I would say that who you thought that I was is correct because I think that you know that I think that you're right.
That's so wordy. That's a lot of thought.
That's what you think.
He will respond slightly confused, just saying that you know who I am, even if you don't know me. You follow me, do you not?
Ah, it's you then.
Of course.
No. Good. It is a pleasure to finally make a true acquaintance with you.
The pleasure
It
will
is
be
an
all
honor.
yours unless certain things can be done.
I can't do your deep voice. It makes me crack up every time.
I'm sorry,
No.
I'm still a little sick. My voice is still a little raspy, alright?
Yeah, it should work and it doesn't. It's because you suck at it.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
Yeah, you're
Tells it
welcome.
how
Thanks.
it is.
I need a voice changer.
You do need a voice modulator. You know why? Because you're terrible at voice acting.
Oh my god.
Thanks. And
I
then
say,
a bolt of lightning just comes and smites everybody but the unknown out of existence.
What did I do?
it's fish.
Guilty by association.
Damn it, Garcia.
It's fish.
I'm sorry. Damn it, Taro.
Did it actually happen? Or
No, that didn't actually happen.
I wouldn't put it past you. You're pretty petty.
Oh, you have no idea how petty he is.
No, I know. I know that I don't know. But he knows that I don't know.
Oh my god.
Anyway, but I do acknowledge him, and I say, whatever you said, yes, I'm here for the cause. I'm all for it. But I gotta pretend, you know. And I apologize for my very haughty speech. I'm just trying to save my skin right now. Play it off correctly. So I approach Solus, and I ask him, "Hello, friend. Long time no see."
Ah, Taro. You're back from your mission, I see. Just in
Yeah, I
time
had
for
to go flirt with the
breakfast.
queen. That's good. What are you making?
I look down at the pitiful meat that I found. Better not ask.
We want some of mine?
Is it
Try.
better? Is it better than what I have?
I mean, I actually got it from like people that
Oh,
cook and they're
I
not
was
dead.
asking.
So
I was asking as a DM. Is his meat better?
What?
Is his meat better? Is his meat better than mine? I need to
Um,
know. I need to kill him if it is.
Once again, I think I'm going to respond with brown chicken brown cow. I don't even know what you would roll to see who's
I mean,
meat.
it's just your choice. Is it better or no?
Roll at nature against each other.
Okay,
We'll do it that way.
sure.
I forgot how.
Pull up your character sheet and click nature. And oh boy, you got a
Oh boy.
large number to contest against.
Oh yeah. Now I'm gonna lose.
You did
Damn
that
it.
with advantage. Or no, you did that with disadvantage.
How did I
Click
do that?
normal at the top of your character sheet. Click normal,
Ooh,
and then
maybe.
try again.
Where is it? Oh, I see that. Oof.
It should say advantage, normal, disadvantage. Click normal and try again.
Okay. It's a tie. Is it? No.
It is an absolute tie. So while you find that Taro's meat is more juicy and a lot more fresh, you find that your meat is more flavorful. So while you would probably rank the meats about the same, they have their own pluses and they have their own minuses.
Okay, well, I continue cooking with the stuff that I have, and I almost done.
Okay.
Oh, I'm asking, am I done, or do I
Yeah,
how long much?
you're. It's RP session. You're done whenever you're done.
Okay, I finished cooking the breakfast of. Was I able to find any potatoes?
Roll investigation.
Oh, I have to investigate twice.
Aww.
Wow. 9.
You did not find any potatoes.
Bummer. So just some meat, I guess. What a delightful breakfast.
I mean,
I
That's a 3-course breakfast.
I bring it in and I set it on the table in front of the unknown next to Nocturne and say, "Help yourself." And I eat my plate.
as you're eating, I ask if you've ever learned to cook with alcohol because you can make an ale stew with cured meat.
I have not. I am not very proficient other than soldiers cooking, I must admit.
That sounds like alcoholic talk to me.
Speaking of alcoholism, I'm drinking.
I mean, I do make some real life. I make killer Guinness ribs. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, I do know you can
Okay.
cook. I haven't ever cooked with Guinness, but I have seen recipes that you can.
That's interesting.
So
Tara, are you
we could,
staying in the kitchen or are you following them out?
Sorry, I'm also enjoying my delicious meal.
In the
Okay.
kitchen, away from everyone else.
I'm enjoying mine too. It's called a liquid dinner.
So, care to fill me in on what's happened? Also, who are you? I refer to Nocturne.
I was sent by the queen to accompany you all because she realized you did not have a healer. So I just happened to exist here. And as long as everybody's nice, I have no problem helping them.
I finish with my mouthful and then I say, yes, introductions. Nocturne, Taro, Nocturne, unknown, Taro, unknown.
That was not as important. Referring to
As
myself.
Wow.
oh,
The unknown just kind of shrinks into his chair and is just like, okay.
Referring to myself.
I I wipe my face and then look at Taro. My, have you missed some fun? I look
Fun,
over
he calls it.
out of character. Is shoot, I forget his name. Big barbarian boy.
Vagnar.
Vagnar. Is he technically still here or is he not here?
He is not here. You have not seen him.
Okay, so he's not in sight.
Correct.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I know we talked about how he passed out in the chair. I didn't know if he was still there and we're just ignoring the lump. Never mind that. Back in character. Boy, did things get hectic after you left for your mission.
Hmm.
I then proceed to list, like, the events that happened, the combat, and all that stuff.
The events that happened that I don't know if he's caught up on or
Nope.
watched any of the episodes. So you might actually want to say what happened.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, I didn't think about that. I didn't want to just been recapping something that we all did, but I forgot that he didn't see it. Remind me, Taro, when was what's the last thing you are aware of, so I do not repeat myself.
Oh boy, last thing I remember was we got a little girl, and then I left because the queen needed me. Oh,
Yeah.
you should know what happened in the capital. Shit's going bonkers.
So Taro was with the group while you guys had made it to the town, but was left to send a message to the queen on basically what was going on as you guys arrived at the town. So he met the little girl. He helped out with the investigations. That was what, episode 2? And after that, oh no, that was like episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I've never.
yeah, that was episode 1 because Nocturne came in episode 2. So yeah, at the end of episode 1, which was when you guys came in here, is like the end of his knowledge.
Okay. Yes, so after we continued the investigation of the town, finding unfortunately very little, we did find, as you know, the little girl who says her parents were fairly powerful are mages of some kind that studied the local that tried to use their magics to help with local crops. But there are some suspicious things about their house. Me and the cleric, whom I have not seen in a while and I should be suspicious, discovered a suspicious energy, darkness. Still unclear as of right now what exactly it was. That seemed to move and capture those that entered it. It's quite fascinating that I need to find more of a sample to study. The unknown might be able to shed more on that later. But while we were investigating the town, we found ourselves quite surrounded by a horde of undead. As to where they have come from and why they attacked us, it is unknown as of yet. We fought them off last night and unfortunately set fire to part of the town while in the defense. And we were up late trying to put it out. You have caught us first thing in the morning before we have really started to get down and investigate.
So you're telling me that you got undead. I get after you. You did some ransacking of nowhere land, and I did hear from. Actually, did you guys ever find out about Vagnar being a lycanthrope?
Yes, I forgot. Oh, and the barbarian is a werewolf or some such. I'm not sure. He didn't say much about it.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys never put it together. That dude's stomach like wet dog most of the day. No discredit to him. He was pretty clean.
I feel like you're leaving out all the interesting things. There was the dwarf who tried to kill Wolfie Boy because he
Oh,
thought he was a little girl. We watched a whole ass mist of necromantic magic go after the unknown for some reason.
You're the only
Mm.
one that noticed that.
No, somebody else did. We called it out in battle because he was told to step away from the mist, and the mist followed him.
Okay.
Yee.
alrighty.
Are now missing a couple companions who last we saw were passed out tired, and the unknown whispers to himself at night. So it's been a little more spicy than just skeletons.
So what does he dream of then? What does he say at night? What do you
It
think?
wasn't a dream.
Oh, sure, it wasn't a dream, Mr. Mystical. So was it premonition or something? What do? You divinate? You tell me my fortune? Where's your cards?
So the unknown is going to look at you very hardly. You can tell that he is not best pleased by what you just said. And he's just going to say, I was delivering a message, and she walked in. We had a conversation. That was it.
Who is she?
What?
Literally me.
You know, you speak very vaguely for someone called the unknown, which is already vague on its own. But like, what's your first name?
I just kind of put my head in my hands and just watch how this goes, knowing how talkative the unknown likes to be.
Oh, the great. Let's hear it.
The unknown just scowls at you and says, I do not know who I am, which is why I am called the unknown. I washed up on shore in town name here,
Insert town name.
Genta. I washed up on shore in Genta and found the people there pleasant. Decided to assist them in things that they needed and began to travel.
Oh, perfect. Amnesiac, probably sketchy. Well, I've heard that one a couple times. What's special about you, though?
You're asking
Apparent.
what's special about the unknown or what?
Yeah, I like. You know how many amnesiacs there are in these areas? It's a shit ton. People that have no past or want to forget about something, or they completely actually forgot their past, and they're
Out of
I
character, I thought you said he was anemic, and I was like, what?
I chime in and say apparently, while he can find all these clues to learn advanced magic, he has no ability to research himself or find anything.
how convenient.
I continue eating my breakfast, but I'm interested in the gossip in this back and forth of these two just picking the unknown apart.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on, like, look at him. He's like dressed all edgy. What even is your deal, man? Like, how?
The message you sent me, you can say that.
Ah, right. I forget. Yeah, in sending, I'm just apologizing profusely for my behavior, but he has to admit it's pretty funny.
I don't think he does.
Like, I'm shitting myself.
So, if you're so interested in the unknown, why are you unconcerned with me?
Because of what you're wearing, it makes me feel like I can trust you, and there's no reason for you to be distrusted if Solas hasn't remarked anything negatively against you in the last however long I've been here.
I didn't say anything about anybody.
I almost made a joke about, all men trust cleavage. It's fine.
Jesus. I almost made a joke about, like, murdering countless amounts of orcs, children, and women.
We don't need to know about that. That's in the past and the future if it happens again.
I almost made a joke
Jesus.
about how much I don't care.
um. Yeah. So. DM tool.
What?
I finished my breakfast. So, I guess I'm gonna go investigate and see how much damage to the town actually occurred now that the sun's up.
Aren't you guys at all concerned with the little girl? You know, this was kind of a heated, defensive, aggressive conversation. She hasn't woken up yet.
Yeah, we'll take her to the nearest town and give her to an orphanage of some sort.
Why would we give her up when she's the only lead we have and the only survivor we found?
I cannot move the little girl. There we go. You see her run downstairs. She immediately runs up to the unknown and gives him a great big hug.
Who? The unknown?
The unknown. She pushes
Fair
past Solus and runs to the unknown.
Well, that's fine. I have made it expressively clear that I don't want to be friends with this child.
And then as she realizes she's standing next to you, she flips over to the other side.
Fair enough.
I greet the little girl and say, "Hey, do you remember me? I was in your house."
That's not creepy.
The fuck?
Jesus. She'll look at you and just nod and just kind of curl up with the unknown, like trying to sit on his lap and everything, and he's just like, God damn it.
I ask her where she, if she see my friend, Vagnar, the big dude.
You're asking the little girl if she's seen Vagnar?
Mm-hmm.
She begins to look towards the fireplace and kind of look around the building, and looks back at you and just shakes her head no.
Okay. I keep asking her about him, like, did he keep her safe? Like, is she okay?
What, is the little girl okay?
Yeah.
She appears completely fine.
Okay. Just
I
asking.
think
Making
he was,
conversation, you know?
yeah, doing like the little kid thing, like, did you have fun? Like, are you okay? Did he protect you? Like that kind
I
of
was
thing.
getting to that. I was gonna do that.
You just went
That
into
was
like
cool.
uncle mode.
Wow, you're like 3 now? I'm like 8.
Jesus.
So I motion to the unknown. Why is this girl like right next to you? Does she know you? Do you know her? What's up with that?
You will hear in sending that she belongs.
Ah,
As for verbally, the unknown will say she just became attached as I save her from the fire.
good for you. You know what? You're getting trust points with me. That's good. Good job.
I mean, to be fair, she's trusted all of us who have saved her. I made the table play music box noises and she was thrilled. So
Yeah, it's not that
I don't know
remarkable.
if
Anyone can do that.
yeah, I don't know if she's the best scale of judgment here.
Oh, I'm not saying she is. I'm just saying,
She's a
you
little
know,
girl. Why would you trust judgment from a little girl?
I don't know. Kids are weird, okay? They're cool sometimes.
Yeah, this one didn't even have the confidence to run away from a fire. So, like, I'm just saying.
Are you
Well,
saying
you
that
know that.
verbally?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, you're using words, right?
She looks at
That's how
you.
people communicate.
She looks at you stonily.
You're a sweet kid, but common sense does not always prevail. With nothing against you, it happens.
You're mean. I don't like you.
You'd be mean and bitter too if you'd been chasing people around trying to off each other.
Ah, I've been there, done that.
Yeah, you gotta remember, he's been with this group for a long time.
Yeah, I'm fresh to the antics. Give me some time to adjust.
You'll never adjust.
Uh,
It's just a given.
This soul is trying to leave.
Well, I said I was gonna go inspect the damage to the town.
I'll go with you. I volunteer.
Oh Jesus!
Since the town was burning down in the night, and then we went to
Yeah.
bed.
That's how I found you guys.
Well, I mean, they did put the fires out, so.
Yeah, there's
And
still smoke.
talked about like just totally razing the town and then rebuilding it all. So
You guys are totally doing stuff that I wasn't prepared for.
Oof. Well, number one rule of DMs is that the party's gonna do the thing that you don't want them to do.
Not that one. Not that one.
You didn't think we'd go
Not that
outside?
one. Not that
What? I didn't even go crazy. I could have done all sorts of stuff.
Good to know the tavern's in the middle of nowhere.
I can't even get the screen to load. Like, my computer just shit the bed. If it doesn't load, somebody's gonna have to like flail my little icon around places so I'm following everybody because I can't see it.
I will flail you. You are flailing.
Oh god.
You are currently like hovering over the entire city. Everybody else doesn't see you moving except for like people on stream. But you are currently like zoomies throughout the city. And now you're over here.
Not the
And now you're over there.
zoomies.
Okay, it loaded. We're good.
Oh, okay. Oh shit. Is it still?
So where's the fire? Haha, get it? Where's the fire? The joke? Haha. You know what? You guys are no fun.
As you step outside, you see soldiers patrolling around the area.
That's good. They're doing something. So where to first, my friend? Where do you think we should investigate? Because I just got here. I need to be filled in.
I feel like we've investigated it all, and if we didn't, we burned it down.
Yeah, no, I'm not investigating for clues of whatever the darkness is. I just want to see the extent of the fire damage.
Yeah. It's not that bad, you know. They can be rebuilt. Well, you guys did really well. Good to know that I got to do all the boring diplomatic stuff while you guys were out having fun, you know.
All right, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. If you guys want to continue RPing, I'm listening to you on my phone.
Cool.
He's totally gonna yell at us when we get back. You can't RP that. You didn't roll a check.
So roll for initiative. Let's all beat up the unknown.
Not the unknown.
Can you guys hear me on this? I don't want to be heard on this.
Yeah, no. I'm thinking when not RP, but when Matt first threw me in this game, he didn't tell me shit. So I was like, I'm a selective mute because I don't know what to say.
Ah, very smart. Very, very good choice.
Right. So because I had no idea what was happening.
Well, I have no idea what's happening. So I'm gonna interrogate this new person over and over until he gets bored of me and tries to fight me. But she won't be. He will not succeed.
I warn you that the unknown tends to avoid questioning and has an air of dishonesty about him.
Okay, so I'll just keep asking him the same question over and over again.
You're
So
gonna
where you
pick
from,
the
man?
NPC so that while Matt's taking a piss, so that nobody can tell you what he's saying.
Yeah, exactly. It's perfect. I'm playing the quiet type, eh? I see. Okay, no, for real. Okay. Honestly, Nocturne, tell me,
All right, I
have
am
you...
back, and my phone was so far behind. I like literally left the computer by the time I came back.
Oh.
So I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Nothing.
And that's how the unknown died.
All right, and that ends it for this season. Everybody died, and I hope to see you guys next season whenever we get started again. The little girl ended up being a horrible, terrible monster, and she ate everybody's soul.
TBH, it doesn't surprise me.
And
For
Turtle
Alex
ended up
watching.
being king of the world. All right.
Alex is watching, and I'm waiting for her to text me, like, really? Did you guys die?
Is that who Fangy is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I turn to Nocturne and Solace and ask, okay, so based on the things that have happened, what do you need me to do? How can I be like how can I assist you? Also, what do you plan to do with the damage to the city and where do we go next? And what are we gonna do with the girl in our custody and the unknown
You seem to be a good messenger.
and you
I-
seem to have a lot of things to say.
I just kind of stretch and say, I'm along for the ride at this point.
Okay, so turn to Solace and repeat myself word for word.
There's a lot of questions.
Yes. Answer them all now.
If you would take my recommendation, I would say bringing the girl to your capital and presenting her to your queen might be the best bet.
No, I go against that. Why would we? It's just a little girl.
Yeah, I'm kind of on that side. It's just the only survivor of a town that destroyed. But I mean, like,
The queen may have questions for her.
More like the orphanage may have questions for her. Am I right?
you guys put a lot of trust in a 6-year-old girl.
Honestly, I don't know what the unknown's trying to tell
Somewhere
us.
safe until we can get to the queen and find out what the queen wants. Why would we risk the little girl on the journey?
Casey, you broke up for a lot of what you were saying.
Shit. I
Oh.
said, why would we take the little girl? Why not put her somewhere safe? And if the queen decides to question her, we can retrieve her. But we don't know if the little girl can survive the journey.
Well, the journey's not that far if I got here this fast.
Whose side are you on?
My side and then
This journey right here, less than a day. Looking at the map, this would be like less than a day's travel from Bolden to Amalia. This is
Well-
not a far journey.
I don't
To
suppose it would be a
fair.
bad idea to take her to the queen. I mean, we need to take her to the capital anyway to find her. We can't obviously raise a little girl on the road as a traveling adventure group.
Yeah, and
So we'll have to take her.
there are no towns in between Bolden and Amalia. So if
Have-
you're dropping the girl off somewhere safe, you're literally just leaving her here.
Have any of you even
yeah, that's
asked
a terrible idea.
what the girl wants?
Have any of us
She-
even what?
Doesn't
Ask what the little girl wants.
the options are stay here alone or go to the city with us.
Yeah, but
The
she was
options are starve or go see a weird stranger dressed all fancy.
she was
he
here
can dress
alone.
fancy too.
She managed to survive. I think we need to take her comfort and her mental state into account. If she's going to find more comfort here, we can come and bring her supplies. There's no need to further traumatize a child by forcing her out of her childhood home. And we know there's food and water.
But she's a child.
And she survived without us. And I had to say, like, I almost yeeted a dwarf for her ass. Okay, let her decide. All right.
To live alone as a 6-year-old.
I'm just saying.
I don't.
It-
That's not in any way responsible.
Jesus.
We
I
lit
don't-
a town on fire for extra
Yeah.
light because we got attacked by an Oshwing. Are any of us responsible?
No.
I
Yeah.
mean,
you
responsible
guys are
enough to
responsible.
care for a
We're
little girl
murder
rather than like
hobos.
Okay, you know what? Okay, I've
leaving
had
her in the
enough. Let's just take
wilderness.
her. You know what? I'll take her straight to the queen. I'll have that dialogue. You guys can, fumble around like idiots if you want, taking your companies here and there, or we can just all go to the queen and you guys can explain yourselves because, frankly, it's too much information for me.
Shut my dog in the door.
do you reach out for the little girl or anything?
Me?
Yeah.
No. That's
Okay.
weird. I'm just gonna talk to her and be
But
like,
you were
"You wanna
saying
go
that
see
you
the
were going to take
queen?"
her to the queen yourself, and I was like, okay,
No,
well
I'm not
maybe
gonna
he
grab
reaches up.
her. That's fucked up. No, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, do you wanna go meet the queen? You can
Guys,
dress as cool and shit."
are we even sure this is a little girl? Like you said, she's 6 years old. We found her in an abandoned town, unharmed, fully fed, fully clothed. Something
Yeah.
here is not right.
Well, from the last
Well,
episode,
see,
you made
maybe she
rolls.
just got lucky. Have you thought of that? No.
Yeah, from the last episode,
You
you
weren't
made
even
rolls, and you
there.
found nothing untoward.
No, I haven't found anything wrong with the girl, but that doesn't mean the situation is right.
Well, maybe it's not right, and that's what she was fed because she had to feed herself, you know? After all, I was one of the people that was there when we found her, so I have trust that she's okay. You
I
can
just
ask her.
my eyes.
What do you think, girl? We don't even know your name, huh? No. I never bothered to learn it.
Oh shit, I never bothered to make one.
As you said, I don't think she has a name, or I just literally have not heard it once since we
Hey,
started.
wait a minute, wait a minute,
I'll
wait a
name
minute.
you Pebble. I got
No,
a No, your
Pebble.
new name is Pebble.
Is this that movie
Little
with
Pebble.
the penguins where they like take pebbles to
Pebble.
each other?
Take it. Too late, White. It sticks.
Fuck.
You could give her a real name, and I swear I'll forget it. And then in like, I'll be like, "Where'd Pebble go?"
I think that's a solid name.
You guys should never be in charge of naming
Oh
children.
my god.
All right, Pebble. Also, the unknown, you need to come too. I don't know why I have to refer to you as the unknown. Can I just refer to you as Johnny?
What? No.
If you do
Okay.
that, White's gonna come up with some monster named Amber, and that's just not a good day.
I don't care.
She just looks at you and says her name is Penelope.
Pebble.
I got it to stick as close as Pebble as I could. It's Penelope.
Yeah, the closest possible name to Pebble.
You could have named her after a rock. You could have called her like Opal or
Quartz.
that'd be
It's
closer
such
to
a
Pebble.
weird. I like Pebble. It's cute. Penelope, Pebble, whatever your name is.
Penelope, Pebble, Pebble.
We are going to travel to the capital to report to the Queen. We would very much like to take you with us so that we can arrange for you to have more permanent living situations until we find your parents, and then you can come back here with them. Does that sound okay to you?
She looks up at the unknown and just holds onto his hand and nods her head.
It's settled. I walk away from you guys while you guys do more roleplay. I begin organizing the guards and to like gathering all of our equipment and everything into a to travel.
To travel. Oh, God.
To travel. Yes. Sorry about that. I choked on my own spit.
Be careful.
And that was the last we ever heard from Solus.
He just died mysteriously trying to say that he left the town. That's the real curse of this town. You can't leave it.
You can't leave it without mispronouncing something.
Without death.
So what? This
That's
is
why
like a
everyone's
Nightmare
gone.
on Elm Street type town?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the god here.
It's fish.
Okay, so you all make preparations to travel back to Amalia.
Does the unknown have a horse?
I mean, you probably just took one of the soldier's horses.
No, that's a soldier. You need your own horse.
He probably just said screw the soldier because most of the soldiers are walking.
No, that's an important soldier. He gives the horse to the girl, then he will walk.
Why does the girl need her own horse?
Because she's a little girl. We're not gonna make her walk the
Does
distance.
she know how to ride? by herself.
No,
Oh.
that's what the soldier solving for.
Since I accidentally clicked the wrong thing, but it works. Since we're outside, and last time we were outside, we got attacked by monsters. I want to use detect magic.
Okay. What are you using detect magic to find?
I just want to see if I can tell anything magical is out there, especially the necromantic magic, since we had an issue with that yesterday.
So if you're particularly focusing on necromantic magic, you can sense some coming off of the unknown, as it was before. Solus and Taro, I don't know if you guys know any like necromancy type stuff, or if necromantic magic would be coming off of you.
Necromancy? No, I'm a good guy.
Yeah. You sense a little bit like coming off of the girl as well.
I would like to. There's no good way to say this. Can I inspect the kid? Because she did not have, like, when she was in the house and stuff, there was no air of necromancy coming from that
Well,
area.
you never actually like detected her in that way. Used detect magic or anything on her in that way.
Right, but even as a kid should not be throwing around necromantic magic.
You can like what type of inspection are you talking about doing on the girl?
I don't know. I'm new at this.
Like, are you trying to like strip search her or?
No, nothing that far.
Oh, like a medical checkup. Like you want to check her vitals. Sorry, just don't eat.
I ask her if she knows any magic.
So you ask her if she knows any magic, and she kind of bounces her head and holds out her palm, and a little tiny flame appears in the palm of her hand. But she seems to be concentrating very hard and making it appear.
I clap because positive encouragement is key to a child's development.
Okay.
I ask her if she's familiar with how to work with bodies or their parts.
What?
I have a
like the
I'm
nose.
not sure where this conversation is going anymore.
I
Okay,
just
let
showed
me-
up
let
to
me-
hear
let me
that
cre-
sentence.
Let me uncreep it.
6-year-old kid, okay? How else are you going to explain necromancy?
Are you
could've-
asking if the
could've
kid
just
knows how to
said-
use necromancy?
I think she's
could've
asking if
just
the
said, "Do
kid
you
knows
know
how
how
to
your
use
body works?"
necrophilia, honestly.
Oh my god.
No, don't say that. No, just say if she knows how her body functions. That's it.
Bro, I don't
Like,
even know.
does she know what healthy is?
She's very confused.
I ask her if she's ever worked with dead bodies magically.
She shakes her head no.
I let the guys know, hey, we know she can light fires, but she says she's never worked with necromancy, but she's got necromantic magic around her.
There
Okay.
are things other than working with dead bodies that use necromantics.
But if she doesn't understand what necromantics are, how could she use them?
You only asked if she knows how to work with dead bodies.
Like necromantics is a word.
It is now.
Mutability of language.
I glare at the unknown and ask why he's answering for her.
I don't know. Wasn't
I look at
expecting
the
that
unknown
question.
and ask him why is he so fucking weird.
Simply, you are just asking the wrong question to a little girl.
I ask her what kinds of magic she knows.
She tells you. Well, she produces the flame again, and like produces a little bit of ice, and that seems to be all she can really do.
I congratulate her and I said that she did a good job because positive encouragement is essential for a child's growth.
Something here isn't right. The girl was not in the battle. She was not around the monsters. She's clearly more based in elemental magic. Something is wrong.
It may be something from her parents left behind with her.
If it was something left behind from her parents, why wasn't it found when you guys were trying to unlock the room?
I do not know. Perhaps it was
All I
more
remember
than
from where we
just
found her,
what?
all I can remember before I left was her entire home was enchanted. There was a spell on it that prevented sound from leaving all the rooms and the house itself. So
Yeah,
she
that
herself was just safe. We did
that
not find anything on her.
that there was a whole investigation with that, and the guys just failed to ask the little girl how to open the room, so they were checking out for all sorts of magic, and I
Oh,
wasn't
that was
paying too much
funny.
attention to, but
We did not fail.
Oh no, they failed terribly.
it was so bad.
I left, so if I was there, it would have been amazing.
I mean, the
Yeah,
unknown found quite a bit, but like wasn't able to find everything.
I look at the unknown and I ask him, since he explained he can use multiple types of magic, why does he only put off necromantic?
He doesn't. You would know that.
He explained to me that he can use different kinds of magic, but why haven't the times I've used sense magic, why haven't I felt anything different than necromancy?
You have.
Not from him, no.
Yes, you have. I had explained that to you before, that uh, you felt necromantic energies, but you felt other things within him as well. Or I believe I explained that to you. Because
I don't remember.
he knows a lot more than just necromancy.
It still wouldn't make sense as to why there's a necromantic energy about him right now if he's not using magic.
I believe you had asked a question about that in a previous episode, in which he said that sometimes they just study things because wizards gain their powers off of studying, and sometimes they end up studying things that are less common.
That still
You're
doesn't
saying he's an edge lord and a nerd.
that still doesn't make sense to why I would just now only sense necromantic magic from him.
Every
Unless
single time you've used detect magic around him, you have sensed necromantic magic.
my point is he's not actively using it. And if he is such a combination of other things, why am I always sensing that?
I mean, that was just the basis of the focus of what you were looking at. Like, I could have told you of 1,000 different types of magic coming from around you.
I'm just gonna throw a shoe at you.
Do it. Do it now. Anyway, okay, I look at the unknown and I tell him, for being called the unknown, you sure know a lot of shit. So there's something you're not telling us, and I do not like you. However, we need to get this girl somewhere safe. We need to get a move on, and you're gonna be interrogated.
I do believe I stated we should take her to the capital before.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I'm just saying, you know a lot of shit, and to me, you being here and saying all these things and getting all these accusations from Nocturne,
What do you think? What do
I
you
don't
think
like
he
it very much.
knows?
No, I don't know what he knows.
Well, then why are you saying he knows a lot of shit if you don't know what he knows?
Because he's been listening to me fight with you. Fight
Yeah,
with
All right, I got the
I'm-
guards ready to go. How's everything coming over here? I see the tense atmosphere. Not well,
in
apparently.
message, I'm telling the unknown that I hope the facade of me being antagonizing him is good enough to not blow our cover. And I'm shitting myself with fear from the repercussions of this.
All right. Well, we're gonna start moving. You guys can continue this terse conversation on the road, and then I start walking.
I mount my horse and I proceed to go wherever we need to go.
The unknown mounts a horse and just follows you.
I bring up the rear, just following them. I don't know if I have a horse or not.
You probably would.
Okay, yeah. Mount my horse and just. Who has the little girl? Nobody's taking the little girl at this point.
The
I'm
We
taking the
unknown
little
has
girl
the
now.
little girl.
I got the little girl.
Okay. Taro grabbed
Just-
her. She reached out for the unknown and was like, no. But the unknown did not grab her.
You're coming with me, Pebble. I'll teach you the ways.
She looks at you very angrily.
Good. I'm not her best friend, but secretly I want to be.
All right, so from the city of Bolden to the city of Amalia is about half a day's transit. Do you guys want to like RP any situations while you're going there? It's still pretty early in the morning, so you will make it to Amalia before the end of the day.
I got nothing.
I got nothing as well.
Also, same.
Cool. A transit in absolute silence for half a day.
I mean, we did just have a pretty big blowout over people's motivations, and
I will be right back. Excuse me.
You what?
I talked to the guards. Chat them up, you know.
Yeah, I'll be right
Get
back.
to know them.
Okay. So Toro falls a little behind. Because he said he would be right back. So Toro falls a little behind. As God damn it, I still cannot move the little girl on that computer. As the rest of you, the four of you, stand before the queen. The queen is just going to ask, what was it that you found out?
Frighteningly little, Your Majesty, as I give a bow. The town has been completely and utterly abandoned. We are not sure where the people went, but we discovered a disturbing dark magic there. And we only found this small child as the only person in town. We were then attacked by a horde of undead, which we beat back, but the town was partially damaged in the result. But
As you say that part, the unknown just coughs.
I speak up and let the queen know that we did find traces of necromantic magic. The unknown had joined me as I was leaving, and for some reason, he is able to use necromantic magic, and the little girl also has an aura of necromantic magic.
Okay. Going off of what Solus was saying about like not learning very much, but the town was like completely decanted. She's gonna say, and you consider that little to report.
frighteningly little what I suspect there was to learn.
What was it that you expected to learn? I'm giving
Far
her a
more
deep
than we
voice
did.
all of a sudden.
She's gonna rock your shit. Listen to that voice.
I simply sent you there to discover what was happening due to the attack on the castle. She looks at Nocturne and says, "You say that this the man, the unknown, a wizard very, very well known in these parts of the world, knows necromantic magics. He's
Necromancy people.
he's a known wizard. There may be a chance that he has studied in necromancy before.
My dear queen, would you trust anything at this point with the attacks on the capital? Just like you said, he's unknown. We only know what he lets us see.
If it were not for the fact that his name is spread far and wide before the attack even occurred, I would tend to agree with you. But the fact is that he has done much good for us within quite a lot of time before this attack even happened.
A measure of skepticism and hesitancy has never hurt any kingdom or ruler.
And while I will not have him next to my throne and at my side, perhaps uses can be found elsewhere.
Then I would recommend relieving him of this mission. If we cannot trust him and we cannot know him, we cannot count on him.
Or perhaps the opposite would be true. Having him as a part of the mission with his knowledge of necromancy may bring insight.
Part of the reason you selected me was my experience. And my queen, you of all people should know I can do necromancy.
Shit. The queen just glazes over that and just looks at the little girl and says, "You sense necromancy within her as well."
Yes, my queen.
She calls the little girl up and begins asking her questions about, like, who is her family, who are her parents. The little girl answers the questions, saying that, the wizards from the town that you guys just left, which was, I forgot the name already, Bolden. They were her family. They were her mother and father. I really did not think this far ahead. Jesus Christ. I did not think half the stuff that has happened could happen.
Look at us go.
So she says, the queen tells you that the little girl comes from magic in general. That her family, her entire family, including far off relatives, are known wizards and sorcerers. So perhaps it is within her blood.
I fully acknowledge that, but when asked to perform magic, she can only do the most basic of elemental. There's no way a child would be able to produce this caliber of necromantic magic with nothing to show.
Then perhaps our eye needs to remain on her.
Perhaps she's not the only one.
Then perhaps a trained eye should remain on the other.
I just sigh.
She is failing to see where you're going with this. She is obviously giving you a mission, and you are not catching on.
No, that's why I sigh, because I have a feeling. It's not like a, oh God, she doesn't understand me sigh. It's like, God, fuck, what did I get into sigh?
I trust in your abilities, Nocturne. That is the reason why I have chosen you for the mission to catch up with the heroes. Why would you think I do not trust in your abilities further?
I just sigh again and say, if I have to yeet an axe one more time, my queen, I want a pay raise.
She tilts her head to the side and says, "Yeet." Whatever is eat.
Look, we have a mouthy dwarf. It's a long story, but I'm gonna need a lot more alcohol to do this.
She gestures at a servant next to her and says the stores are quite full.
I just nod my head laughing.
As me and Fangy are having a conversation on the side.
I haven't checked that chat in a minute. So.
Well,
She's been texting.
that's the
and I'm like,
unfortunate part about Twitch chat is like if you pull it up later, you are not going to see the messages that were sent.
oh, fun.
Yay.
Yeah, she's been texting me, and I'm like, I know as much as you do. Oh, no. Oh, no, no.
What's happening?
I thought my laptop died.
Oh.
Leave it. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate that.
Is Toro not come back yet?
Well, hello there.
Oh.
Everyone's most eloquent and favorite wizard has returned to normalcy.
What do you mean by normalcy?
I was meditating.
Is that abnormal in your perspective? Because I feel like that's kind of a normal magic thing.
No, of course it's normal. But now you can talk to me, which is the best part. Like, come on. Yeah. Like, you gotta admit, that's the best part of this campaign. Oh, Queenie. Your favorite consort is here.
Oh, Lord.
She looks at you skeptically and goes, "Oh, really?"
I look at the queen with a pleading look that's like, why did you send me with them? Why?
She looks at you with a knowing leer and just smiles.
I whisper to Nocturne.
What?
I tell you, I whisper to you, I don't think she likes you, but I make it audible so everyone can hear it.
I just nod and say, oh yeah, she hates me. And I look at her.
This is some bold talk from like soldiers in front of a queen.
I mean,
Yeah, they
speak
know
for
what's up.
themselves.
And all of you but the girl and the unknown are sentenced to death, including Solus, who hasn't said a word. Guilty by association again.
Unknown knows us.
We know the unknown, therefore he's not the unknown anymore. He's just the barely known.
The barely known.
Jesus.
The ambiguously known.
I have to change his name to the known now.
I feel like the queen would be happy to know we're comfortable enough to speak frankly about what's going on and we're not hiding anything from her, including our exasperation.
Oh, she hates me.
Well,
She loves that I always tell her exactly what's going on, exactly what I'm thinking.
It is a good thing that I have stated in the past that she rules her kingdom with love. So let me send this in chat so that you guys can see it as well. I have no idea where it is. I don't think I saved it.
I stepped out to have a smoke, so it's going to take me a minute to see it if it is something pertinent.
It sort of is.
Ugh. Let me see if I can pull it up on the app. No, fuck me. Of course not.
So I just sent you a new map of Cartha.
Ooh, it's got roads.
It's had roads for a while now, but now
Yeah,
there's a
but like
new thing in the southwest.
perfect.
So she waves her hand, tells you all to take a look at your maps, and tells you that there has been some movement amongst the undead. As I've said before, the undead have landed and have started to make a kingdom of their own within our lands. The tower has been risen in the area of Shorin. I know not where they will go next, but I believe it is now time that we take the assault.
Perfect. I concur. That sounds like a terrible predicament we find ourselves in. So I motion that I volunteer myself to go, and I volunteer the entire party,
It would
I
be the
just
including
entire
Nocturne.
party that goes as it is.
I just sighed knowing that would have been her answer.
Give a gracious bow, as you wish, Your Majesty. We will be happy to investigate and report back any findings that we get.
So we got two people that just like talk shit to her, and one person that's a suck up.
She's the queen, bro.
I wouldn't say it was talking shit. Like, there's a
I'm gonna talk
talking shit. I would have called her stupid.
mad shit. I'm gonna talk mad shit, cow shit, bullshit, goat shit, dog shit, cat shit, shark shit.
What the fuck? All right.
Outside of her character, has she talked to the girl yet? Has she been assessed?
She talked to the girl and asked her like where she was from and who her family was.
Did she say anything?
Uh, she responded with like who her mom and dad was and everything, but basically the queen was saying that those are known wizards, and perhaps some of her magic was you know inside, or some of their magic was inside her, as like just passed down.
Wouldn't that make her a sorcerer and not a wizard?
God.
She has sorcerers within the family as well. The queen said that there are known wizards and sorcerers in that family.
Well,
Mike,
that means I'm just stupid, huh?
if I may be so bold as to make a recommendation, until we understand more about the little girl and this source of necromancy, whether she continues with our party or not, I do not recommend keeping her in the castle.
I counter that, saying that because of what you just said, it'll be perfect to take her with us so that way we can see her control it. And because, we're all adults here, we can probably overpower her if she goes rogue.
I remind you that you said we shouldn't take a child on an adventure.
I was about to say, do you
Life
really
is
would
too
want to take
short
a
for me to
child
stick to one thing.
on the road?
Look, this child's gotta learn. She's got magical powers. What's she gonna do? Farm her entire life?
We already have to deal with the giant one. We don't need
Yeah.
another child on this adventure.
I
Giant
also
one
point
that's not there.
But isn't childhood the friends we make along the way?
What? Like,
Anyway,
out and in of character. What?
out and in of character, I tell the queen, listen, you got yourself a potential necromancer. Wouldn't that strengthen and your side and project fear onto our enemies? That way we can keep our country safe. If we are to train and raise the girl as a sorcerer or magician for your court, that would put us in such a both military and strategic advantage that we would have no fear of this girl's potential necromantic powers. Not only
my
that, we will be raising her morally and it looks good. It's just good PR.
I step forward and look at the queen and say, "I apologize, Your Majesty. It is often difficult to tell the difference between extreme stupidity and genius, and it is more evident in my friend Toro here. The child will stay behind. We shall investigate
Uh,
this for you."
I urge you
My
to reconsider.
my only recommendation is that she does not stay in the castle. Whether she comes or goes is irrelevant. And as for like causing fear in our enemies, like they're literally the undead.
Yeah,
What
maybe
if
some of them
looking
can be
around
conscious.
with
What if
okay,
look? What is undead? A lich. If you can strike fear into a lich, I think that's pretty cool.
I just stare at you and ask, when was the last time you were afraid of a child?
When the child says that you're a monster, that hurts me.
Okay, there's a difference in emotional pain and fear. When was the last time a kid made you piss your pants?
It said, "Daddy."
When I look like a devil and I get shunned by the color of my skin and my horns and my tail, and constantly have to, fend for myself. And, you would think being in the military helps, but it does not. It's called, racism. I live it every day.
I think we have two different trains of thoughts going. So
Yeah, we do.
yeah, we have two totally different trains of thoughts. That being said, what use would a child be if she's traumatized before she learned to master her magic?
That's why their family is for, and now she has a big brother, which is Vagnar, where I do not know where he is though.
I just look at the queen and ask, do you really want her to grow up to be like him?
No, she should grow up to be like herself.
Hey,
Good
okay,
white.
is this it? Like I've been up and walking around the house this entire time, like making chicken nuggets right now. Like you guys didn't stop, so I was like, how long do I let them go for? Uh,
I think I made my argument and my case very well.
No.
No.
luckily my headphones have had time to charge and they're wireless, so I was able to walk around the house and still listen to all of this happen. Uh, the queen just looks absolutely baffled at everything that just occurred in front of her.
I'm telling you
During
until I get a yes.
during the entire argument, she has like raised a finger to interject, but you guys continued, and she just like lowered a finger, just like waiting, exasperated. Now that she's finally given a moment to speak, she says, "Of course, I would not send a child off onto a mission that may end in a battle or a war. She shall stay here, and she shall be watched closely, and she shall be given to one of the foster care areas or foster care homes."
You think a foster care is gonna deal with the undead that she raises from the garden? They're gonna wake up to 1,000 dead squirrels just running around for her own amusement.
What the fuck?
Can I
I'm just
Toro?
putting things into perspective. Don't put her in some orphanage. Put her in a place of learning, like an actual academic wizard area.
There are orphanages that we have that are academic schools.
I just want to point out that children of 6 don't go to schools like schools. They go to like, this is how you tie your shoes. Like, her
This
magic is
child,
irrelevant at this point, as she
this
needs to be
child is
taught how to be
beyond
a
tying
person.
shoes. If we were sensing necromantic energy,
It's necromancy, people. That's not a
yes,
word.
it is. It is now. It's called evolution of the English language, or as common tongue.
Look, if you don't stop fighting for this, you're gonna get a real taste of necromancy, and you're not gonna like it.
No, I
Probably
don't
from
think anyone's
multiple
gonna like it.
sides.
Huh?
I said probably from multiple sides.
Yeah, like one of us is gonna take you out, and I'm gonna make you dance like a puppet, and it's not gonna be cute.
Look, all I'm saying is
Out of
I'm right.
character.
Everyone else is wrong.
I don't even know what you're arguing. You're
don't
just
even know
like
what's
just tying
happening.
knots in everything that you say. Someone would be
Good.
like, I want to take the little girl this place. And you're like, you shouldn't do that, you idiot. And then it's like, well, I want to leave her here. It's like, we should definitely take her to the place because that's where she should be, you idiot.
Somebody's gonna
I
take you
changed my mind.
out.
You just want to fight everyone.
Well, that's up to me.
Anyway, out of character. Why is there more roleplay coming up? Or because you said
I mean, like moving on significantly would have us like move on into like battle scenarios and stuff like that, of which we talked about before the episode. That may not be such a good idea because of the fact that, yeah, it's just 3 healers and a cleric right now.
You mean
I get what he meant.
Yeah.
Okay, so Solus, hearing that this debate isn't even a debate and it's just spiraling madness at this point, takes a deep sigh and then just bows to the queen and then walks out.
Oh, Jesus.
I am roleplay
Junior
wise going to get
Solus?
ready for the adventure.
Solus,
I stop. Yes,
Before you-
Taro.
I am sorry. Yeah, 100% genuinely sorry.
Don't apologize for being yourself, Taro.
No, I'm apologizing for boring you and confusing you and angering you.
See, Taro is such a great person.
He.
Honestly, that dude.
Worse than the dwarf. Oh my god.
Look, my best interest is the child's interest.
And the child's best interest would be to not continue on.
And the
Says the
child's
queen.
best interest is to learn, and that's all I can hope for.
And there is a place where she can learn from here.
Great, it's decided. Thank you. And yeah, I rest my case.
So not knowing what the fuck is going on, the unknown's just gonna be like, okay.
I motion to the unknown. You, sir, are coming with me.
I think that much was explained already. Not that I would be going with you, but that I would be going with somebody who could watch.
Yeah, whatever you said. Let's just get going.
I glance at the queen and then follow the unknown.
The unknown is just gonna follow Toro out because he feels like he was just told to, basically.
That's fine. I picked up what the queen was dropping, so I'm just gonna tag along with those two.
Okay. Are you tagging along, like hiding in the shadows, or are you just like openly with them?
Nah, we're openly. They think we're getting ready to leave again, so there's no point in hiding.
Okay. Since Solus left first and left earlier than everybody else, what is it that you go and do?
I just go to grab like regular supplies, like I restock my stuff. I repair my equipment that anything damage, replenish my spell components in game, and then also decompress a little bit from the last few days' adventures. Take a hot bath. Get some light reading of wizardly things in. Take get a good night's sleep in a proper bed. I guess I did sleep in a proper bed. In a bed that doesn't smell of smoke.
But that's the best smell.
Previously, having been a welder, I kind of agree with this.
Oh, that's it.
Okay. Toro, is there anything that you had in mind and what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I need to go to my office and I need to have a sit down with the unknown. I will prepare as well. I have most of my stuff ready. When I went to meet them, I came in pretty light. So I'll actually get my proper equipment for our next adventure.
I
My
assume
second
you're
adventure.
grabbing all this stuff on your way to the office.
Yes, I just tell my helpers to get my stuff ready for the ride in the morning. I'm assuming we're leaving for at first light.
Possibly.
Sure.
I just want to be ready, you know. I gotta be ready. I gotta make a statement because I am the best.
Of course.
But whenever I reach my office, because I assume I have one. If I don't, I'm gonna feel pretty stupid.
Well, it would more be like the barracks area of like the hero order. There would be an area set aside for each individual person to do like what they have to do.
All right. Well, I need the unknown there. I need to have a talk with him. And Nocturne's not invited.
That's up to her.
No, she's not invited. Men only. Those are the rules. I don't make them. I enforce them severely, with pain and laughter.
Okay, so Nocturne.
I don't have necromantic magic, and I can't just like will a penis to life. Okay,
What?
don't. Like, if it's dicks required to enter, I can make that happen. You don't want me to.
Wait, don't you have prestidigitation or whatever?
Prestidigitation.
That one. Pretty sure you can make a fake looking penis with that.
No.
Oh, editing this is gonna be a pain in the ass.
You can make it look like you have a pretty good bulge going on.
God,
No, I just need to sit down with the unknown. I need the information.
Wear gray sweatpants.
that's
Well,
fine.
Now that my channel has been banned from Twitch,
I can say these things. It's the
Anyway, I
other
reach my
words
office
I
and it's
can't
just
say.
me and the unknown, and I have to ask him questions now.
so do you explain that to Nocturne?
Yes, I tell her, no, you can't come. Yes, it's important, and no, I don't like you.
I just
Jesus.
nod and let them go into the room. But I'd like to roll a perception check to see if I can hear them through the door.
Would I have to do a saving throw for that, or just let it happen?
Hold on. So it will be a perception check on Nocturne and a performance check on Toro.
Okay.
Oh, I clicked it. Why didn't it go? Okay, let me try again because.
It popped up.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Can I say I heard the whoop?
Yep.
I can't see.
Well, Toro got a performance of 15 and Nocturne got a perception of 10.
Perfect. I did it.
So while you would like to hear by the door and everything, the only thing you hear is murmurs and whispers that you just cannot understand.
Realizing I won't be able to hear anything, I decide. What do I decide to do?
I don't know. But while you are deciding upon what you want to do, we will go to Toro and not Nocturne. Toro and the Unknown's conversation.
I turn to the unknown, and first I begin apologizing. I did not know it was you. I am very excited to finally meet you. However, I need to antagonize you for my sake, and I will from then on make things easier for you while you continue your stay with us.
You show your excitement in odd ways.
I am an odd person.
Oop, I think I know what I want to do when I get a chance.
Okay. We'll just let the conversation happen between the unknown and Toro, and then we'll move on to you.
Okay.
Um, I might be odd, but I also understand what the plan is, and I will make sure that your plan goes accordingly. Please, tell me how it is I can help now, and
My
what
pl-
else I can keep continuing.
my plan is her plan. Nalephilus wants us to move forward. There is an ancient magic stirring here that we have to secure.
And this will be at the tower, correct?
No, the tower is of my doing.
Understood. Would you like us to make it part of uh our cause, or would you like us to just level it?
What?
What I'm saying is, would the unknown want me to interfere in whoever has control of the tower and give control
He just said that he
to
has
him?
control of the tower. He said the tower was of his doing.
Oh, I heard the opposite. I'm sorry. So, then that being said, would you like me to interfere in our investigation of the tower?
No, I have plans for that. We will wait and
Understood.
see.
Understood. Please let me know how else I can assist you and what I can do.
Just continue on as you are,
That
but
is no problem.
less aggravatingly so.
No promises. No promises.
Is that the conversation that you wanted to have with him?
Uh, yeah, that is it for now.
Okay. All right, so Nocturne, we are on to you. What is it that you wanted to do?
I want to summon familiar.
Okay, so actually we didn't RP this part. So instead of summoning a familiar, what is going to happen is like what is it? What is it you're planning to do? Like you're planning to pick up supplies and everything,
Oh.
right? I didn't hear you. What?
But I don't know yet.
Okay, but what is it like? You went to the door and everything. Taro had his soldiers go out and collect supplies and stuff like that. Hopefully for the unknown too, because you just bothered the unknown while he was getting his shit ready.
I was going to summon familiar and summon a spider to go spy in the room
Right.
because I don't trust. But they've already had.
But as it stands right now, it still has to be like brought into play how you learn to summon a familiar.
Oh, well, I walked away from the door and I picked up a book and I read how to do it because I was irritated.
That's not how clerics work.
Fuck me.
Okay. So that's
Can
why I'm
I-
asking you what it is that you're doing. Like, are you going to attempt to, whatchamacallit? Like go look for supplies and stuff like that? What is it your character would have done?
I think she would have gone to her space to just kind of be alone and see if she could communicate with her god because she hasn't got to do that yet.
Okay. So you get to the temple of your religion, and get to wherever the worship area is within that temple, and you begin to pray. What is it that you ask of your god?
For guidance and something to help with the situation.
So as you ask that, like very, very shortly after you've asked for just guidance and you're beginning to ask for something to help with the situation, you feel something as it nudges against your side.
I look at whatever is nudging me.
There is a dog that is sitting right next to you that is kind of nosing into your side.
I take that as a sign the dog is supposed to be there because it's a worship space and usually animals aren't let in.
Okay. Like, what do you attempt to do at that point? Do you attempt to go back to praying, or
I mean, no, there's a large floofer next to me. No, I'm gonna pet the dog. Shit.
as you attempt to pet the dog, your hand passes through the dog's head and just wafts it.
Oh, that's nifty.
And the
Okay.
dog kind of sits on its butt and just looks at you panting and awaits.
I sigh and realize I suddenly have a familiar.
Well, I mean, you realize that you suddenly have like a spectral dog next to you.
That thing. I am still learning what I can and cannot do. I decide to resume praying to find out more about this dog and what I'm supposed to do with it.
As you close your eyes to begin praying again, you feel a nudge at your side again.
You're really not helping me figure out what I'm supposed to do to make this dog like what you're not helping that.
Are you looking towards the dog as it nudges at your side?
Yeah.
There is no longer a dog there. There's a cat there.
Oh. Neat. Okay.
It is still appears spectral in nature.
So how am I supposed to learn the spell? Because that was my goal, unless this like was magically assigned.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get you to figure out right now.
I swear to God.
Not everything is a hand-me-down.
Well, I'd hope the spiritual animal isn't secondhand.
As you are looking at the cat, it begins to shapeshift into a fox.
I sit back and watch it, hoping for some form of guidance from it, since clearly it knows something I don't.
The fox begins yapping at you.
I hate you. Oh my God. I didn't think this would be, getting an animal would be as stressful as dealing with Toro. Oh my God.
You're welcome.
What was that?
So, a cleric's abilities are gifts from their gods. A god is
Right.
not just going to reach out and say, hey, here you go. This is exactly how to use this. This is the user manuals and everything. No, they're going to give you the ability and expect you to figure it out. So, this is your god giving you an ability and expecting you to figure it out right now.
Fuck me. God damn it. I asked the fox if it was what I was praying for.
It sits down, stares at you, and begins to pant a little bit. Like, begins to be like,
Strangle you. Holy shit. You gotta make this difficult. I stand up and walk a few steps away.
it follows you.
Fuck it, we're gonna do it live. Alright. I look down at the fox and acknowledge it and let it know we're gonna figure this out as we go.
The fox cocks its head at you and then changes back into a dog.
I tell it at least then I can tell the guys I found a stray on the street.
It's if they see it. It's a spectral thing. Currently.
Yep. Okay. Can you feel the look I'm giving you right now?
Yes, very much so.
Oh. Just so we're on the same page here. I wonder aloud if the dog can follow any commands.
The dog begins to roll over. It barks. It turns in a circle and sits back down and looks at you as a cat.
I sigh, already exhausted from the day, and tell the cat we're going to go pick up some supplies.
As you tell the cat that you want to do something, you realize that there's a difference in the cat now, and it doesn't seem quite as spectral anymore.
I reach down to see if I can touch it.
As you begin to pet the cat, it purrs at your touch. You can feel the cat completely.
I pick up the cat and carry it out of the temple, church thing.
Okay.
I hate you.
I know. I'm sure if the guys are listening, they're laughing.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Who just sent me a message?
Can we switch to one of the guys doing something while I think about how this is going to work?
I don't know what else to roleplay
So-
on
so-
PDH.
I'll explain a little
There you
bit of
go.
what I'm trying to do here. The cat dog fox is shape-shifting forms to show you something. It is shape-shifting forms to show you that it can.
Right. I picked that up.
And as you asked if it can follow commands, it
It
did
did.
a bunch of things
Yeah.
that are like command worthy to a dog before shape-shifting back into a cat in order to show you that yes, it can follow commands. And then as
Right.
you gave it a command, it turned into a physical creature.
Okay. I was kind of picking that up, but you weren't given a whole lot of leeway, so it was kind of like, all right, it's clearly doing this thing. Like it's in an agreement or in agreement with whatever I'm saying, but I don't know if this is my familiar yet or not.
This is very much indeed your familiar.
That's what I was trying to figure out. Like, are you just going to disappear because I don't do the spell? That's what I was trying to work out, not whether it could do stuff or not. That was pretty clear.
If I remember the spell off the top of my head, I don't think it disappears until you use the spell again.
Right, but I never used the spell to begin with. It came to me while I was praying.
Because
So that's
you
what-
said you wanted to use the spell. So basically you used the spell as your gods gave you the ability to use it.
Okay, that's the part that I was struggling with that I was unclear about because it was like, how do I make sure I get to keep this thing? And it's not just going to disappear on me out of spite because, I irritated the DM.
All right, here's...
That was the struggle there.
So the casting time takes an hour, so you were probably praying for a while.
Okay.
But being that this is like a gift from your gods and everything, it could have shown up before then. And the duration is instantaneous, so like it goes as long as you want it to.
Awesome. That works.
And I believe in the description it basically says your animal is basically like a spiritual animal. That like doesn't change unless you want it to change.
Right. Yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure we were clear on it. Like I wasn't missing a step to do the thing.
Mm-hmm. And I was kind of leading you towards that, but you just like were like, oh well, maybe I should tell it something that it's not going to understand.
Oh no, no, I was feeling it out. And I was just kind of like, well, you're here and you exist and we're just going to figure this out together. Clearly you understand me. That's good enough for now. It has been a long day.
If you do like attempt to sense the animal at all, which I believe is something that you probably would have done as you notice a spectral animal sitting next to you, you would feel a feeling of your deity within the animal.
Okay.
So you know it is a gift.
Perfect. Logic tracks. We're good now.
Jesus.
What?
So is there anything you were trying to do with this animal, or are you just going to get prepared?
I'm going to take it with me to get prepared.
Okay. And the animal follows you, slash, I think you said you picked it up, so it just curls up in your arms and stays the shape that it is.
That works. Cats are easy to carry.
And then it turns into a mastiff.
Dickhead.
No, it doesn't. Okay. Is anything else going on?
I do want to ask the unknown one other thing, and that is if my friend is close.
I wasn't fully able to go through the backstory that you had sent me because I started reading it like while we were streaming. Is your friend a follower of him or not?
Yes.
Okay, so he would know.
Yep.
Chip. I believe he may be fairly close. Maybe not within the city, but nearby.
Alrighty. Thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
Okay. Is there any other RP? Because this is like basically the end of the session now at this point.
I got nothing.
Same.
Okay, I was about to say Frenchie poo. All right, so as you guys finish making your preparations, and once again, Arvok seriously does hope, or wait, I'm sorry, the unknown seriously does hope that you have made reservations and everything for him. I said the words.
You
Oops.
said the name.
The unknown
You did a bad
seriously
thing.
does hope that you have made reservations and gotten everything prepared for him because you bothered him while he was trying to get ready. Yeah, you guys go to wherever it is that you're going to go for the night. You spend the night there, having feasted and going on, gotten whatever it is that you guys need to get. And yeah, you guys prepare to leave the city come the next day. As the morning arrives, is there anything that you guys decide that you want to RP or do? Meet up, eat breakfast, ask questions, do a little bit more in order to give more time?
With us resting, do I get my spell slot back?
Yes, all spell slots in health are restored to you guys.
Perfect.
All right.
Actually, since we got some time to kill, let's really test the mental capacity of our DM here.
Oh Jesus.
I'd wake up on this particularly what kind of a day is it today?
It is a sunny day.
A sunny day.
Tuesday.
What's the temperature? Do I wear my cloak or no?
No.
No? Okay. I step out onto the what are the traffic conditions on the street looking like?
It is fairly early in the morning, so it is not yet populated.
All right. I stroll down the lightly populated street with what I'm assuming is vendors and regular townsfolk getting ready for their day. I decide to go down to the district where I know the majority of restaurants and inns and taverns are, where I could get some breakfast on this before our journey.
Okay, as you do that, can you roll a perception check for me?
Sure can. If I can find the button, there it is. Nope, that's spells. Nope, still spells.
Click on
Gotta
your
make it
core
bigger.
sheet.
There we go. I had to make it bigger. That's what it was the. And perception. Sweet.
Okay.
I don't see shit.
Nope. You don't notice anything.
I'm just looking around for a good breakfast place.
Okay.
I like to pick by names.
You like to what?
I generally pick my restaurants by their name.
Okay, and what
It's a
name of a restaurant are you looking for?
I'm not looking for any restaurant in particular. I'm just looking for a restaurant with an interesting name that sounds like that's got a good breakfasty feel to it.
Okay. Well, you hear a little bit of a hubbub coming out of a place called the Banter Tavern.
The Bantered Tavern?
Yep.
Okay, just wanted to make sure I heard you right.
And you do smell sweet aromas coming from within.
Excellent. I step up and follow whatever the custom is to get a seat.
Okay. So after picking out a seat of your own and snapping imperiously for someone to come and serve you, somebody appears by your side and says, "Yes, sir. How may I help you?"
Yes, I would like to have what would be the best breakfast that you recommend? Do you have a special?
Steak and bacon.
I would love some steak and bacon. I'm going on an adventure today and could use the extra energy.
The young lady looks at you and goes, "Oh my gosh, an adventure. What type of adventure is that?"
Just investigating some of the further reaching cities for make sure that they don't need any assistance from the queen.
She sits down at your table, having completely just about forgotten about the fact that you have ordered anything, and says, "Oh, so you work for the queen. What is it that you do?"
Just a regular run-of-the-mill wizard.
"Oh, wizard, that is so great."
Pardon me, miss, but may I know your name? I have an inkling I know what it is already.
So I forget what the name was. What was her?
Damn
what?
it, I
what-
fucking knew what you were doing.
What was her name?
Betsy?
Yeah. So she looks at you and she says, "Oh, my name is Betsy."
I knew as soon as you said she sat down, I was like, I know where this is going. Well, I introduce myself. I am Solus.
Oh my god, I feel like I have known you for such a long time, Solus.
I don't even remember what happened.
I remember you leaving her because,
Oh, we touched like the plane of the gods or something, and it made us crazy.
Oh yeah, you went to like a perfect dimension.
Yeah, me and Colby, I think it was.
Yes.
And we realized how imperfect the world is. Bummer.
Nothing mattered to you anymore.
almost like it was a lifetime ago.
Hey Matt,
Mm,
have you the chat lately?
I have.
Okay.
You know what? I wanna look at. I wanna go outside as well. I wanna take the unknown with me. I wanna show him around the the city, do the nice things, take him to a garden, eat a flower on the way.
I'm gonna die if you eat something like hemlock by mistake.
No, I'm not stupid. I'll just eat like regular flowers.
The regular ones. The ones
Yeah.
that we all eat, obviously.
Duh. Actually, one time the what's his name? Mr. Pagano went down to birthing. I had just cleaned it. He's like, man, it smells fucking great in here. I was like, yeah, we all ate flowers, so we would fart and it wouldn't smell like shit.
Anyway, I
Side-
eat my breakfast and then I go and wait for the rest of the adventurers.
Okay. I wake up and ask my cat to turn into a dog.
The cat turns into a dog. Still in spectral form at this point.
I tell it maintain a solid form and a normal appearance.
It does so.
Okay. Balls. I'm awake. I try and go find the guys. Super thrilled for a new adventure.
Okay. Is there anything else happening in the adventure of Betsy and Solus?
I answer her questions politely, eat my steak and bacon, and excuse myself.
She swoons as you end up leaving.
Classic.
You at least tip her.
Say what?
I tip politely.
Oh.
Slightly above the expected norm.
So for those of you that don't know, being Chat and Casey, Solus is a previously played character in face-to-face campaigns that we have done, and during that campaign, he met a tavern maid known as Betsy, who he ended up falling in love with, and then ended up leaving her because he found out like knowledge of the gods and stuff like that, and nothing really mattered to him anymore. So he wanted to test my abilities as a DM, so I tested his abilities as a character.
You win.
Sure
Who
did.
won?
Okay, so going to Taro, you said you're showing the unknown around town.
Yes. I want him to stop being the unknown desperately.
You want him to stop being the unknown?
Yeah, it's kind of a mouthful.
Well, he's not the unknown to you.
But yeah, but like for like just for like the remainder of the time there, my character's trying to be eccentric and annoying, but at the same time, I would like to cement him with his own proper name that he may give himself, so that the party becomes endeared and doesn't want to let him go.
The unknown in his name has always been the unknown.
That is boring and edgy. But yeah, I
Okay.
do my best to try to like get him acquainted with the place he is in, so he can make his way around whenever we're not there, or whenever we're not actively doing anything.
He looks at you exasperated and says, "We're leaving this morning. Why do I need to know this city?"
Good point. Let's head back.
Say again.
I say, good point. Let's head back.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so you head back. You all meet at the gate, the southwestern gate. And as you guys all meet up, do you guys say anything to each other?
I got nothing to say. I feel like my superiority over them is enough.
Of
I
course.
resist the urge to get my dog to bite him.
Dogs love me. I own like 20.
Okay. Having not known why you met by the southwestern gate, because you didn't even bother letting the queen explain what it was that you guys were going to do, a soldier meets you at the southwestern gate and hands you a message to Solus. Solus, do you open the message? It has the
Ye-
queen's crest on it.
I surely do.
Yes,
The
sir.
message appears to be written by a very aggravated queen. You would know her handwriting. She states that your mission is to begin moving southwest towards Slins and further on until you get to this tower and try to fight back the darkness. Oh, God. I forgot how to. There we go.
I nod and I fold the letter up and keep it, put it in my inner pocket, and wait for the rest of the group.
I catch up.
Yeah, I thought I was already there waiting with my dog. So
All right.
And cough, the rest of the party is totally there also.
Cough, cough. Yeah, sure. There's a large giant and a dwarf following you as well.
Ah, yes, I greet him in my usual manner.
They wave or nod their head at you, whatever meets their fancy.
Sounds good.
Well, sick beans, everybody.
Okay, and like I said, moving on any further really is going to put us into like battles and stuff like that. So, suffice it to say that you are just making your way towards Slins and towards the Tower of the Dead.
Yeah.